Finally here at 5, Texas Governor Greg Abbott visiting New York City today with a strong message in the migrant crisis.
The Republican governor pointing fingers at the White House for its handling of asylum seekers, and Governor Hochul was quick to respond. News 4's Melissa Russo is live in the newsroom with this war of words. Melissa?
New York City is set to begin the process of evicting migrant families from city-run shelters.
Starting tomorrow, families exceeding the 60-day stay will be told to leave and reapply for housing. Today, a rally took place in Lower Manhattan where demonstrators called for an end to the shelter limits that are impacting thousands of migrant families. Morgan McKay has more on the eviction process and reaction from City Hall.
Elements this morning in New York City's struggle to house asylum seekers. We're already seeing people being turned away from at least one arrival center.
Now, this comes as the mayor just said that there was no more room in the city to house them. CBS News' John Diaz live at the Roosevelt Hotel in Midtown. And John, what is happening right there when these people get dropped off?
Well, now to the latest on the migrant crisis. Mayor Adams says the city is imposing a 60-day limit for adult migrants in shelters. After that, they'll be on their own.
The mayor says they're sending that message to migrants at the southern border in a sort of ad campaign. Fox 5's Morgan McKay joining us now with the details on the new plan. Morgan.
We're back now with a record number of migrants crossing into the U.S., pushing resources to the limit in many American cities. Now hospitals are sounding the alarm, saying they're also overwhelmed, including some far from the border. Julia Ainsley has our report.
Tonight in the heart of New York City, a few blocks from Broadway's brightest lights, people seeking asylum are crammed together, sharing what food they have and waiting, hoping they'll be able to get a bed inside the historic Roosevelt Hotel turned shelter.
We begin this afternoon with the migrant crisis in New York City hitting a new boiling point. For days now, we've seen many forced to sleep on the sidewalk outside the intake center at the Roosevelt Hotel in Midtown.
A couple minutes ago, we reported about the asylum seekers moving from Floyd Bennett Field in Brooklyn because of tonight's weather. But now, a different kind of movement. The migrant crisis taking a toll in Midtown Manhattan. Dozens of families forced out of their hotel shelter. The 40 families at the Row Hotel reaching the 60-day limit now imposed on their stay. Another mess for this crisis.
Our mayor, the slumlord. City council members and immigration advocates blasting Mayor Eric Adams and his administration for implementing a policy that evicts migrant families with children.
Yes, Gilma, Governor Abbott came to New York today and laid blame with President Joe Biden for failing to seal the border and even for the tragic fentanyl overdose that killed a Bronx baby. But New York's leaders welcomed Texas Governor Greg Abbott's ideas on how to manage the migrant crisis here about as much as they welcomed his idea to start shipping busloads of migrants to New York in the first place last year.
Chris and Natasha, City Hall has been saying for a while now that there is absolutely no more room to house migrants. But now, over the next few days, they're going to impose this new rule that is already receiving backlash. But the deputy mayor telling us today that 200 migrants arrived in the city at the Port Authority bus terminal, and they had to tell them they had no space to house them.